Hi everyone. Today in this demo I will show LISP protocol, Locator Identifier Separation Protocol, and we will see how to use it in a virtualization use case. So you will see my lab, a very simple lab with 3 different sites. On each site you have one default gateway configured with 2 VRFs. On each site there are 2 VRFs, tenant A and tenant B. The core network interconnecting those sites is a pure IPv4 network. There is no MPLS, no VPN, nothing configured inside this network. The router at the top will be the LISP map server and map resolver. It will be dedicated for this function. There is no VRF configured on this router. It's a pure control plane router for sake of simplicity in this example. And the gateways are all XTRs in the LISP vocabulary, so they are all ingress and egress tunnel router. Now let's connect on the map server, map resolver, MSMR, and see the LISP configuration. First we can see that the LISP configuration is very simple and very short. The router is configured as map server and map resolver. A single logical site is being configured for all the VPNs and all the branches. VPNs are associated with LISP instance IDs 21 and 202 in this example, and a single prefix for all the sites is being configured, and we will accept more specific prefix to be registered by the ETRs. Here we can see all the prefixes that are being registered by the ETRs. They are all associated with the single logical site we have configured previously. And if we see the detail for given instance ID, we see here that we have 3/24s that are being registered by 3 different ETRs, the 3 sites configured before, and they are all belonging to the /16 that we have configured on the map server, which is not being registered by any of the ETRs. Now we can see the detail for a given prefix with the following command. And we can see here the AID and the instance ID, and we can see here something very interesting. We have 2 locators that are configured, and if you remember, site 1 had 2 connections to the core, 2 IP, physical IP connection to the core, and site 1 is configured with 2 locators, and for each locator we associate a given priority and a weight. Now let's connect on site 2 XTR, the LISP router, and see the LISP configuration. We can see here that the LISP configuration is a bit longer, but it's still very short. We configure the LISP router as an ITR and an ETR. For the ITR, we specify the map resolver, and for ETR, the map server, which is the router that we have seen previously. We have a key that was also the one configured on the map server. Here we associate each local VRF to a LISP instance ID that will be used through the whole network to discriminate between the networks, virtual networks. In each instance ID, we will associate EIDs to locator, and here we have the locator set command that will be used to mention what the locator is. So we have one locator in this example, and the prefixes, the 2/24s, are being associated to this locator for the 2 different VPNs. So let's see on the router what the cache is. So how EIDs are being associated to the locators. And we can see that we have a single entry here, which is a default route, and we have a negative cache entry, which means that for all prefixes we have to send a map request to the map resolver. If we do a ping now from this router to another site, so the site 1 for example, we will see something very interesting. So we see here that we lose the first packet. Why? Because it takes some time, because the router had to poll, to query the map resolver to get the information about the locator for this specific address we try to ping. And we see now that the cache has been updated with the /24, which has the addresses that we try to ping, and we had now for this /24 we have the two locators, and you can remember this is exactly what we had seen before on the map server. So the map server the information is being propagated to the LISP router. Thank you for attending this video. I hope you appreciate it and that you will try LISP in your networks. Here are the blogs that I maintain around networking technology. See you soon on other video. Bye bye.